So just to start off, I like these lanes a lot. They have their roamers alongside the people that are just going to stick in the lane. So they have Xeno on the Victor and they have DMB on the Warden, and they're keeping those two separated with the Silver and the Haze. And both of these are probably going to look to go roam, whether it's going to be the Haze helping out Blue or the average on Silver to help roam to the other lanes. And I wouldn't be surprised if Dimov even ends up doing a gank on yellow. So right here, they're doing a lane swap. They realize that the lane matchups aren't that great for each other, and they're just like, okay, we're just gonna lane swap, and we're just gonna take whatever it is. So they're swapping the Victor Hayes for the last Shiv, who's able to take the pressure a little bit more than the Victor Hayes can. And then the Hayes is also just able to free farm into the Billy and the Sinclair. And it would be the same for the Victor. So far, everything's pretty normal. What I do like, though, is how he was playing those, like, angles. He's always staying on the left side just to make sure he's able to third-person peek his Haze. And that way he's also able to just take these angles that are easier to shoot at the opponents. Like, for example, like, if they push out the wave, they would have been able to take Church Angle, etc. There's a bunch of different things there. Everything so far is pretty standard for lane. They're just looking to clear the wave, looking to poke when they can. And it's nice how he's always positioning immediately to church side after poking out the wave, and he's playing bridge side because that has the ramp. So this has the ramp here. So he immediately takes the bridge, height advantage plus the ramp, and then it allows him to go to church side right away. It's really nice. In case people are wondering, for the buys, opening rounds is really good right now. Plus 30 weapon damage is always going to be really, really good regardless of what it is. It's one of the most overpowered items in the game currently. Plus, what it does is it gives spirit power to Haze, and what it does is it gives Haze some ammo, which is always beneficial for her, as well as much needed bullet velocity, and it, especially for Dimov who's playing on ping, this will help a lot. Now that they have the ult, I wouldn't be surprised if he literally just looks for a sleep on someone and then looks to ult them, like regardless of who they are. Yeah. And the 1 point in it, like, it signals that. The plus 7 damage in it is really, really strong. There you go. And this is a really nice play from Dimov. Like, so far in this game, he knows he has to play low econ. Because his entire team is pretty money hungry with the 2 carries plus a shift is gonna be very money hungry already, and then Silver herself is money hungry, and then even Gunlash now is pretty money hungry. A little less so he's gonna have to play super low econ. So right now he's just building the util, anything he can, and he's really just specking into his ultimate, so he can have value somewhere, even though his gun won't do as much. He's really just there for the util, and then just using his ult to kill people on cooldown. So he's really just roaming around, doing boxes, getting kills, nothing else. He's very, very unlikely to go for camps until much more so into the later mid game. Like, he's even the center's even for his team. He's just gonna play a very much roaming style of gameplay. That's really nice. It is really nice. He recognizes that people are gonna try and defend it just because it's a 2-on-2, and he quickly makes it a 3-on-2 and just straight up wins the fight. Again, really interesting buys. This is going to build into Surge of Power probably, and then the extra health. Haze really needs health, so just this gives her a little bit of extra tankiness that she'll need. And plus it'll probably spec into Fortitude, which will help a lot with the roaming. It's constantly staying active on the map. He was reloading. He gets to sleep. He waits so the warden is able to turn around and get some damage off. The moment that happens, they just turn it and they look to get the kill. Great patience. He's using that invisibility just to roam and keep putting constant pressure on melee creeps, making him wonder where they are. Nice. Very nice. And as that constant threat, because John extends just that little bit, normally, like, they're allowed to do that, but with the haze in the game, they literally can't, because if they do that, they still the haze threatens them, just like instant killing them with slowing hex, whatever. So they actually have to play a little bit further back. And because of that, John actually straight up dies because of it. Similar thing to what we talked about in the average game, Dimov's 100% going to look to push out this wave and then look to play for the urn. If not, he's going to push down the tower. And because of the outcome, it probably will be to just take the tower with the victor, yeah. Very nice. But he gave himself that option. And that's the importance of keeping your waves pushed. Similar thing to the average thing we talked about yesterday, where he kind of went in 1v4 a little bit. This is just him scouting. He's playing the high ground. He doesn't need to be the one farming. He's playing a low econ character. So what he's doing right now is he's literally just scouting for his team, being like, hey, this is what's going on here. Right now, yeah. This is also really good. I was getting hate crime this game. He just looks for a pick like that. He's just scouting. And this is the difference between what Hayes can do and what Apollo can do. Since Hayes can just sleep someone and then slowing hex them and kill them like that, she is actually able to go in and invade, get a kill, get out. But this is also, she's able to do this just because of this yellow lane being pushed. If this wasn't pushed, she probably wouldn't do that, just because the risk of someone collapsing on her is a lot higher. Okay. What I think about that fight is I think that fight shows you why he bought these items. He bought the Warstone to keep mobility in his ultimate, either to chase, dodge out abilities, anything. He also has the slowing hex for a lot of their characters. That it's great on the Mina. It can be used on any of their characters actually, literally any of them. So it's probably the best buy, and it's fantastic for pick haze. Very, very similar to what Average was doing. If he didn't do it, Average would have 100% done it. They're just looking to get blue prio, so now they have the option of doing one of two things: push down the blue walker or look to play for the urn. And it also enables them to have all six. But it really just enables them to have all six here for the fight and pick up the urn. And his role this game has literally just been looking to peel for his teammates and scouting, looking for picks. That's literally all he's been doing. He has great discipline. He's not overextending a lot. He's playing his life. He hasn't I don't think he's died yet. Yeah, he's at 0 deaths. But he's had the impact on the game. He's just looking for picks constantly. this is beautiful just because Hayes wants survival, just because the one thing she lacks heavily is HP. So getting the survival buff before the fight is pretty good because she also wants to go in and flank. She wants to observe. She wants to take the opportunities that come to her. So he's able to choose who he wants to fight. He just pokes some damage out. He realizes the Mirage is out of position. And that he's able to get jumped. He immediately warp stones in to get the slowing hex and sleep dagger on him. Even though they get charged in, the Mirage goes down and now they lack the damage. That is good. That is fantastic. Target priority on who to sleep dagger. Make sure his team is able to get out. And now he's just kiting back. This is the best heads-up play someone can ever have. He knows Sai's going to try and get it for... he's going to try and grab the urn, or get the urn off of average. And so he just goes to parry just to make sure that the silver's safe. And then he gets the sleep dagger and he just waits. This is absolutely beautiful. And because of that, Average is able to drop the urn, get the kill, and then pick it up again and get out. I will say, though, I think they fumble here. They do fumble a bit here. They fumble, but then MLC fumbles harder. Like, even into the late game, his game plan's still the same. He's using the invis, staying off the map, not showing where he possibly can be. Yeah. What's beautiful about this is he's not looking for the big team fights. He's looking for the isolated fights that are coming. So anything that splits off, he's looking towards the one where he can make it so it's a 2v1 or a 3v2, 3v1. He's making those numbers advantages for his team rather than just straight up taking like a 5v5, which most people would do, or like a 6v6, whatever. Like, they'll be like, oh, there's a fight happening here, our team's down. Oh, let's go make it a 3v3, which doesn't really help because by the time you get there, one of them might die and then it's still a 3v2. So it doesn't really help. But instead, he's turning the 1v1 situations into a 2v1 situations, which benefit him more. I'm going to go back to 60 seconds to see the reason why they did the urn. So, 1, it's a 5v5. They know they're stronger in the 5v5. 2, the opponents have the urn, so one person's going to look to try and deposit it. 3, they burn it very, very quickly with their comp. They have Gun Victor, Gun Lash, Gun Gun Warden, and Gun Haze. So they actually just shred it, and then melees in between are just gonna destroy it. So see the opportunity for it? They're all close to mid. They're like, okay, we press the go button. Okay. So this is why the Apollo didn't use Curse, or use his ult, but I still think he should have through the Veil. But this is great recognition from Dimov to recognize trying to peek the Veil is a good thing, because they're going to look to come in through one way. And if he's able to curse the Apollo and make it so he doesn't get his ult off, is good. But yeah. I think Popper's just misplayed it. For the most part. I think they all misplayed it. They know that they're just able to push down the walkers. They don't necessarily need Dimov. So what they're doing is they're just using him because he has the best mobility in the game on their team besides maybe Lash. So what he's doing, he's just clearing the wave and then coming into a fight late if needed. Not really. I mean, yeah, she is a control ward, but she's just looking for picks. So I guess in a sense, yeah, she is a control ward. She's there for vision, making sure his team's okay. And this is just straight discipline as well. The redo is about to end. They don't want to overcommit. They just get one try and get out. Beautiful patience, beautiful bait. He went in to look for a flank, but he got jumped on. He gets out, and then the people who overchase just die because he uses a sleep dagger, curse, whatever util he has, and they just die.
Y'all are going down.
Nice. They got the other shrine because of it. Bye, Ido.
I go where I wish.
Let's take out Abrams. I see Mirage.
Mid-boss has arrived.
I see the enemy.
That's his first death. But he gets an important pick on the Sinclair. And that's probably the most important pick because any ult he grabs will likely turn a fight if they do end up fighting.
Give up.
And that's pretty much just GG's.